Hi guys, how you guys doing? It's the specific word for someone. Again, always test the spirit and take every word to God, okay? Someone does not like the fact that you're a truth teller. And the reason why you're honest is because of the relationship you have with the Holy Spirit. When you have the Holy Spirit, you will feel instant conviction when you know that you are doing something that you're not supposed to do, or when your thoughts are impure. You are someone that does not sugarcoat anything. You are someone that speaks the truth no matter how uncomfortable it is. And there is someone that was threatened by your truth, whether it be your testimony, whether you stood up for yourself. The point of the matter is you did not allow people or this person to take advantage of you. There was a lot of people that thought they can walk all over you. There was a lot of people that thought they can do you dirty and shut you up in the process. But what they didn't know is that you only fear God and you don't fear man. There was a conflict, there was confrontation, and you decided to tell the truth. No matter how uncomfortable it is, you wanted to make sure that you are in right standing with your job, you are in right standing with God, and you're not going to jeopardize your integrity, your morals and values to make others comfortable. And that is what people don't like about you. There was some people that agreed with you originally. So here's the thing, it's not that you were wrong for telling the truth, because you're not. What it is there are some people who don't like the conviction they feel when they're around you because of the authority that God has given you. So when you told your truth, there was somebody that was supporting you. There was someone that understood your testimony. It almost seemed like they were supporting you. It seemed like they were trying to be mutual. Like they were trying to keep the peace between you and others, or you and someone else. After some time of you telling your truth, you started to realize this person started to act cold towards you, distant towards you. And you asked God if there's anything that you did wrong. If you were wrong for even telling the truth. It got to the point where you felt like you were wrong for speaking your truth. It's like they were trying to gaslight you for defending yourself. They were trying to gaslight you for doing the right thing, to the point where you sat behind closed doors thinking that you did something wrong. You had to analyze the whole dynamic over again, and you had to dissect every single encounter, every single word that you said to make sure you did nothing wrong. You did absolutely nothing wrong. What it is there are people that don't like the fact that you speak the truth. And the person that seemed like they were trying to be neutral, that they were supporting you at one point, what it is this person already had animosity towards you. So at the end of the day, when they communicated with the people that don't like you speaking your truth, they found more favor in these people because of what they already felt towards you. Here's the thing. Sometimes people will try to force like you. You ever experienced that? Where they know deep down that they are uncomfortable around you. But although they feel this way about you, they'll try to ignore these feelings, and it's almost like they'll try to force a friendship or force some sort of encounter. Instead of them being honest with themselves because they don't like you, they try to pretend like they do. And in order for them to not seem fake and to not make it seem like they're siding with your enemy, sometimes what they'll do is they'll pretend to be the peacemaker. In all actual reality, they're bringing back information. And how you'll know this is the truth is because oftentimes when you are encountering somebody like this, originally they were supporting you. Originally, they were trying to be the peacemaker, so they say. And then all of a sudden, as time goes on, you're noticing contact stops. They're drifting away from you. They're acting funny towards you. And then you start noticing they're buddy-buddy with your enemy and no longer the peacemaker between the both of you guys. That just confirmed they were never the peacemaker to begin with. So the persecution that you're going through right now for telling the truth, you did absolutely nothing wrong. There are a lot of people that are uncomfortable with you being honest. Even the person that pretended to be the peacemaker, they're uncomfortable by your truth as well. However, they had no reason to persecute you and they didn't want to seem fake. So they had to keep this peacemaker mentality going to try to convince you that they're mutual, right? This reminds me of the story in Mark 6. John confronted Herod and told Herod that it was unlawful for him to marry his brother's wife. See, when John told Herod this, John was telling the truth. John didn't sugarcoat it. And what ended up happening was the mutual, Herod's brother's wife's mother, Herodias, ended up holding a grudge against John for telling Herod the truth. And due to that, Herodias wanted to get John killed, but Herod was too afraid to kill John because John was an honest man, a truthful man, and a righteous man. Because Herod knew John was telling the truth. Why would you want to kill somebody for telling the truth? What ended up happening was Herodias holding this grudge, knowing that John couldn't be killed because Herod refused to do so. Herodias waited for the perfect opportunity for Herod to owe her a favor. And when Herod ended up marrying his brother's wife anyways, he asked her if there's anything that he can do for her. And Herodias used this as an opportunity to grant the request for John to be beheaded, okay? And I want to remind you about something. This all started just from John speaking the truth. It just shows that some people will hate you so much and even wish death on you just for speaking the truth. And it also shows how some people will be quick to switch up. Remember, Herod was afraid originally because John's a righteous man. Herod tried to keep the peace, but eventually Herod switched up and ended up fulfilling the request of his wife's mother. Okay, so that's what it reminds me of. So no, you're not wrong. What it is there are some people that will hold resentment and hold a grudge towards you because you're telling your testimony, because you spoke your truth, because you refuse to conform to their lies. And some people don't like that. The amount of people out there who are literally being persecuted right now, all because they speak their truth, all because they chose not to stay silent when they were being abused, when they were being manipulated. They chose to speak up, and due to this, there's constant persecution going on. There's people doing witchcraft on people because they're mad that the person spoke up, because a lot of these people are narcissists. When they don't get their way, or somebody corrects them, or someone convicts them, they feel like they have to get the person back, or they have to retaliate. Continue to do what God tells you to do. Stop gaslighting yourself. Stop reflecting on the conversation you had, reflecting on what played out, and stop dissecting your words and dissecting every single encounter to try to figure out where you went wrong, because you didn't. Anytime you ever speak your truth and you are honest and you are not trying to hurt anybody, your intentions are good, your motives are good, and you're just doing the right thing, you're not wrong. If people don't like it, they have to deal with God. Okay, so I want to give you this confirmation. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.